Prince and Snackins, welcome back. So I wanted to do an update video for you because I was making masks with ponytail holders that went around the ears, and I noticed two things. Number one, my ears were getting raw from the ponytail holder fabric or the elastic that was there. And number two, while I was working, this happened. The ponytail holder popped in half. So then I had a mask that had no way to keep it on my face. So I did some research and I found out there are people making t-shirt yarn. That is right, you can make yarn out of old t-shirts. Today I'm going to do it with a brand new t-shirt, but essentially this is what your mask is going to look like. Where the ponytail holder was fed through, it's now going to be a piece of t-shirt yarn. So let me show you how to make this. All right, to make t-shirt straps for your homemade mask that look like this, these are the things that you're going to need. A ruler or a tape measure, a way of marking your shirt, scissors or a rotary cutter, and a t-shirt. All right, the first thing you want to do is lay your t-shirt out. And if there is a design or a print on the t-shirt, you want to cut below it. But because today this is a brand new Hanes slim fit shirt, I'm going to cut here right beneath the armpits. So you can either do this with scissors, but I have found it's much quicker with my little rotary cutter, and I can go right across like this. If you'd like to save this top part of the shirt and use it for scraps later, you can. I have noticed that if you do the same thing to the sleeves, they make great ties for kids' masks. All right, now that we've cut the top off of the shirt, we want to cut the hem off of the bottom of the shirt. So I'm just gonna line that up, and then I'm going to make a cut straight across, once again, like so. We'll get rid of that. So now you should have your t-shirt. That would be one side, this would be the other side, and then we've cut the top and bottom off. You want to fold it in half and leave yourself at least an inch of space up here at the top because we want to make a continuous yarn. If you like the width of the shirt and you want all your straps to be that width, go ahead and cut all the way to the top and fold it all the way in half. But I'm going to make a continuous spool of yarn that I can cut to whatever length that I want. So once you get it all lined up, we are then going to take our marker and we're going to mark anywhere between 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. Unless you want really thick straps, then you can do an inch. But I'm just going to line up my ruler here on the bottom, and every 1/2 inch I'm going to make a dot. Great. Now we're going to move the ruler to the top, and we're going to do the same to the top to make sure we make even lines. Perfect. Now you can take your scissors and cut from dot to dot, or I'm going to take my rotary cutter and do it. So I'm just going to line my ruler up, and you don't want to cut all the way off the fabric. You want to cut just over where it's been folded. If you're using a rotary cutter, please watch your fingers. I have sliced myself many times with these things. Done. So you can see a couple spots I messed up, and it's totally fine. I'll just cut that off of my yarn and not use it for masks. But what you want to do next is open it up, and here at the top where you left that inch of space, you are going to start cutting diagonally. So there we go. So I've laid it out for you so you can see that top inch part opened up. So now we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut diagonally. So when you're looking down at it, you want the first one on the top to stay by itself. And I'm going to connect this across diagonally to that one. And you're going to continue through the entire shirt and cut as even strips as you can. So when we get to the other far end of the t-shirt, you'll see we have a number that don't line up. So we are just going to cut across diagonally, whoops, for this last one, just about to make it the same width as the one before it. So we're just going to go like this, and that is how we've created our t-shirt yarn. Now to really give it more of a yarny consistency, you're just going to run your hand over it like so, stretching out the fabric from one end all the way to the other. And it does get a little bit tangled and it does create a little bit of cotton dust. You might even find a section that still needs to be trimmed, like this one here. And when you get back to the other end, you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to cut diagonally to open up the loop. So you have another end. Now you can either spool this up into a ball and save for later. I usually just start cutting some of my masks. So let's see. For adult masks, I usually cut about 17 inches. So I'll measure approximately 17 inches and then just cut. You're going to need 2 of these per adult masks. And there you go. We're ready to put this in a mask. And now we sew our straps into the mask the same way that you would sew elastic or that ponytail holder. After I've sewn 1 inch down, I'm going to put the strap there, fold it over, make sure it's not going to get hit by the sewing machine, and do a very close stitch. Great. There's one side done. Let's do the other side. Again, I've already folded this over once and sewn it in place. I'm going to take that t-shirt yarn, lie it right behind that seam, fold it over, make sure it's not going to get in the way of the sewing machine, and I'm going to sew as close to that edge as I can. Perfect. Now it's time to wear the mask. If you need to replace the straps in a mask, it's really easy to do. You need your safety pin, your replacement straps, and your mask without the ear loops. Take your safety pin, put it through one end of one of those new straps, close the safety pin, and then just feed the safety pin all the way through. There you go. There you have it. So then you just undo the safety pin and then do it again to the other side, and that's how you get a new strap through an older mask. So once you have the straps in, there are a couple different ways that you can tie these to wear the mask. You can tie What I like to do is square knots on either side, tying the right side and the left side to themselves. So to tie a square knot, you put the right side over the left side, pull it through. It's hard to do without being on a table. And then you tie the put the left side over the right side and pull it through. And you have a cute little square knot there. Let me do this side. The reason why I like square knots is because you can easily undo them. Like this side. I know that this ear strap is way too large to fit my ears, so I'm going to do it again. So if you get the loops tied like this, you can wear it over ears like so. You just want to make sure it's tight enough to hold the mask to your face. Now, the way I've been wearing it at work, because either I can't get those tight enough to fit my face, or the backs of my ears have been getting rubbed raw from all the different fabrics that are there, I have decided that I'm going to tie either the bottom pieces together in a square knot or the top pieces together in a square knot. And then once I get the mask on, I tie it around behind the back of my head. So for today's purposes, because it's going to be easier to show you if I tie the bottoms together, I'll do that now. So square knot again is right over left, bring it through, left over right, bring it through. So you'll see I have a little loop down there at the bottom of the mask, and the top, the pieces are open. I can then take that and put it over my head, put the mask on my face by pulling the two straps that are not tied. And then I want these straps to go over the tops of my ears. And then I'm going to tie them in a bow behind my head so they're easy to undo, like this. So you can have done it the way that I did it, with the square knot on the bottom and the bow on the top. So if I want something to eat or drink during the day, I'll untie that, pull it forward and take a sip. Or you can have the square knot on the top and tie the bow on the bottom. So when you untie the bow, you can lift it up and drink or eat something if you have to. So that is how I have been putting these masks on and off. It also feels a little bit more secure when it's tied actually around your head. Sometimes I've been tying it to my ponytail if my ponytail is back there. So there you go. Enjoy making your t-shirt straps. Natalie out. Thanks so much for stopping by, you guys. Go to superherofacemask.com to find one of three things. Number one, a how-to video and the pattern I use to make my face masks. Number two, a way to donate so I can get more supplies to make more masks. And number three, the Etsy account where I am doing a buy one, donate one face masks. Thanks again.